I'll go ahead and get started. My name is Janae Say, and I wanted to show you some of these really cool marbling looks that I practiced with yesterday. This one right here is the white, is what I'm going to show you with my nails today. White with black, and then also with our chrome pins. Now, you can actually do the double-ended chrome pins with these, like with the silver and the gold, or whatever colors you choose. Like, honestly, like they would go with anything. But these are just two examples that I have. As you can see, I did the black as well. It's really, really neat looking for the marbles. And then also I wanted to show you too that you can do it on top of dips as well. This one right here I did on top of a purple dip, and then I just did the white with the clear. So, and I'll go ahead and I'll be showing you how to do that as well. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm super duper excited. I already buffed out my nails so that way it took off the shine, because you don't want any shine on the nails. These are dips that I did a week ago. This is our hollow nail dip powder. And you can see I did these yesterday. So it's pretty neat. So let's get started. I have, like I said, I have the black, and then I have the white gel pens. And then I have two of our chrome pins as well. So, but I'm going to start with my white. And with these, you can see it's kind of messy right now, but with these, at the very, very bottom here, this is where you're going to push up the product. So usually at first when you get your chrome pins, they a lot of the product comes out really fast after you like turned it several times. When you do that, you just want to take a paper towel and wipe off the excess. So I'm going to go ahead and show you, just kind of do a few clicks here, and then the product gets pushed up here through the pen. And then I'm going to go ahead and brush that on to my nail. So who all uses these gel pens? So yeah, I'm just kind of watching the tip here as I push the product up. See, you can see it kind of coming out the end there. That's what you want. Okay. So I like to do thinner coats. And like I said, I had already went on ahead and buffed my nails so that way the shine is not there no more. I like to start in the middle and go as far back as I can without touching my cuticles. And I'm going to do it in a couple little swiping motions here. And this is just to get the start of the marbling look. Okay, and then I just kind of do the edge here as well. All right, so I have my first coat here, as you can see. And I'm going to go ahead and put the cap back on that. And then I'm going to take my black I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to push some of that product up by turning the bottom. And I have these cool dotting tools. We have them on Chickie Nails website as well. And they come in different sizes. So I take my dotting tool, the smaller end, and I'm just going to take it and I'm going to brush some of that black on there, just like that. And I'm going to make my design here. I'm going to put a little bit more on there. There we go. Now that I have some black on there, I'm just going to go ahead and like randomly just place a little bit of black here. And I'm just going to go like just a little dot here. And a little dot here. A little dot here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my paper towel here and I'm just going to wipe the excess off that I had on the dotting tool. And then I'm going to take the dotting tool and I'm just going to kind of just drag it a little bit, you know, like so. It is pretty fun to do. Now with marbling, there's no really rhyme or reason, but you can just kind of play around with it and kind of drag like I'm doing here. Like that. Isn't that cool? And I'm going to take just a little bit more of the black here. Just a tiny bit. And then I'm going to go ahead and do just a little bit here. And here, just to kind of darken that black a little bit. But just like that. So you can do like more or less. I mean, you can do it however you want to. It's just about, you know, dragging it and making it look marbly. Okay, so next, what you want to do is, of course, with the gel polish pens, and I'm going to go ahead and put this cap on so that way I don't drop it. So I'm known to do that. But I'm going to take the UV light here. These Sun Mini UV LED nail lamps are really, really awesome. And they have a button right here that you just turn on. And with these, and then since I'm mixing it with the chrome pins, I don't want to keep them in the light too long. So I'm just going to go ahead and turn it on for just a couple seconds here. And then I'm going to take my chrome pins and I'll show you how to do that too. Okay, so that's good enough, I think. Yep, that's good. Okay, so I'm going to take my Magic Chrome Pigment pen. This one is Shiny Titanium. And these are really, really awesome too because they have like a little sponge, you know, at the tip here that you can use. And I'm going to take it and I'm just going to, you know, slightly kind of press and make a little bit of a design here, like so. As you can see, isn't that pretty cool? And since I did it on this side too, I did the holographic chrome pin as well. Isn't that pretty? And I'm just going to kind of do a little bit right here. I'm not doing too much, you know, just enough to give it that little bit of color. Like that. And then next, I'm going to go ahead and just take my finger here and kind of press in there a little bit. There we go. And then what I do now with the gel polish pens, these actually, they're 3-in-1. So you get a base coat, you get the color, and then the top coat all in one little tube. But when I'm mixing with the chrome pens and stuff, I also use my actual gel top coat. So I'm going to go ahead and do that to finish that look. Always cap the very end when you're doing that. And also you want to wipe your brush off too. So that way on the paper towel, so that way it doesn't get into your bottle and get glittery on there. And then I'm going to set that into the light. Now with that, I'm just going to go ahead and finish it off and let it go the full amount. So, but yeah, see how easy that is? It's super easy. You can do all kinds of things. You can do dots, you can do flowers, and then I'm also going to show you on another nail too how to do it directly on your nail dips. Like I showed in the very beginning, I did one on some nail dips here with the marbling. It looks really cool. Like marbling is like one of my favorites. And you can, believe it or not, you can do marbling with the dip powders too, but that's on another demo. But see how cool that looks? Yep, and it's all dry. Okay, so on my thumb, I'm going to show you how to do it directly onto the actual dips. Now what I do is I take my clear top coat. Now you can do a base coat as well to start, but I just do directly my top coat is fine because it's going to be the finished look after it's dry. So I'm just going to brush it on. Make sure I cap that end there. And then I'm going to take my white gel polish pen. And as you can see it, a lot of the product came through while it was sitting there as well. So, but I'm going to take my dotting tool, and you can use like a really, really small, fine brush as well. But I like using my dotting tools for everything. And I'm just going to put some of that white on the tips there. And I'm going to do the same thing that I did with my ring finger, and I'm just going to place a couple dots here and there. And then I'm going to take the rest of that excess off, and I'm going to wipe it off onto my paper towel. And then I'm just going to kind of just drag and, you know, make my little marbling design there. It's pretty fun. the different things that you can do with it. You can do all different colors, you guys. Isn't that neat? And that goes right into the light. But first, since I got a little bit on the side there, I'm going to take my little trusty little tool here, and I'm just going to wipe that off so that way it's not on my skin. Okay, and then I'm going to set it under the light for the full amount of time. Now, when you're putting your fingernails into the light, especially the small light, you want to do the thumbs last, mainly because when you put in, unless you're holding them like this, but you still, the light isn't going to get like the edge, and it's not going to dry all the way. So I always think that it's just easier if you just do like your forenails in the light and then do your thumbs last. And it's dry. So there you have it. Two different marbling looks. I'm going to go ahead and do an example on my pinky with using the chrome pins and the gel polish. Now, I had did a demo before with doing nail polish with the chrome pins, but I'm going to show you how to do the chrome pins with the gel polish. I'm going to do it on my pinky. And then this goes right into the light, and just like I did with this one right here, before I put the chrome pin on there, I put it into the light for just a couple seconds. I don't want it to cure completely just yet, because I still want it to a little bit, I want it dry, but a little bit wet as well. So that's good enough. And then I'm going to take my pen and I'm just going to rub the pen all over my nail here. I know I love these things because it's so easy for anybody to do these at home. I like to take my finger and rub the product in really, really well. It also gives you that extra chrome effect as well. I'm going to go ahead and take my top coat. And I'm going to go ahead and go over the top of that. Make sure I cap. Make sure I wipe the rest of that off onto my paper towel. That way it doesn't get too much of the shine, too much of the chrome powder into my bottle. And then I'm going to stick it right underneath the light and let that cure for the full amount. Isn't that neat? So you can, this just gives you an example of all the different things that you can do with these. It's really cool, especially if you like playing like I do. All right, and I'm going to go ahead and finish my nails off, the rest of them. And I'm just going to go ahead and put the clear over. I'm just kind of wiping the side there. And then that goes right under in the light for the full amount of time there. Hope you guys enjoyed this video and you learned something today. And I sure hope you do try it out. It is a lot of fun. So, but thank you all so much for joining me this morning or afternoon for your time. So have a great rest of your day.